What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna set up the proper New Caledonian Gecko enclosure. Before starting, I want to give Zilla a huge shout out for sending us this enclosure so we can show you guys how to set up the proper Crested Gecko or Gargoyle Gecko cage. Be sure to check out their products, and if you're looking for a cage for your Crested Gecko, this makes a great option. Now, this type of cage that we're setting up will work for basically any of the New Caledonian geckos and most species of arboreal geckos. That includes Crested geckos, Gargoyle geckos, mossy prehensile-tailed geckos, leachianis, chameleon geckos, and more. All the New Caledonian geckos are taken care of pretty similar, so the only thing that changes is pretty much the proportion to the size of the cage. Basically, if you're keeping a crested gecko, you don't have to keep it in a 30 or 40 gallon tank like you would a leachianis or a giant gecko. These guys don't require any UVV or heat, but if you have a big enough enclosure, you can provide a small wattage heat bulb as long as it doesn't get over 85 degrees, and you could also give them a UVB bulb, which they don't need, but it doesn't hurt. It's gonna make the tank look a lot nicer and fires them up a lot of the times. Alright guys, so this is my boy Trigger. By the way, shout out to Elizabeth for such an awesome name. But this is a Crested Gecko and mossy prehensile-tailed gecko hybrid. Yes, a hybrid. Two different species of geckos made into one, and that's what he is. He's just for educational purposes. I'm not gonna breed him, and that's why I kind of wanted to give him the nicer cage. You guys know, if you watched my videos, that for my breeding groups I like to keep it simple and more cost effective, since I am doing this as a business. But this guy is gonna get a brand new cage today, and let's go set that up now. One little trick that you could use to help maintain the humidity in the enclosure is to put a layer of peat moss or plantation soil on the bottom of the enclosure. You should squeeze it and make sure that it's not pouring water. Only a couple drops should fall out. This is gonna help maintain humidity and make your job a lot easier. Now that we set the soil in the bottom, I'm gonna put layers of moss on top. One of my favorite substrates for an enclosure is the sheet moss or a sphagnum moss that you could find at Home Depot, and they're usually around $2 to $3 per bag. Just make sure that it has no added chemicals and that it is completely organic. One of the benefits to the sheet moss is that it's not as loose as the particles in the bottom, the soil, and it's gonna be a lot harder for a gecko to ingest this while hunting crickets. Now that we have the substrate set up, we could add the decorations. You basically want to make sure that all the basic requirements of the gecko are met, but you could get very creative with what you want to do with your enclosure. So as you can see, the enclosure doesn't have to be overly complicated, but it does have to meet the basic requirements. You want somewhere where they could climb, some fake leaves where the water could collect. The cork bark is so the gecko feels secure if he wants to hide underneath. And of course, you could add the water and the food bowl to the enclosure. In the past, I have said that you don't need a water dish for the New Caledonian geckos, and for some of the smaller species, that's generally true, but it doesn't hurt to have an extra water dish in there just in case they feel like they want to drink from it. Just make sure that you clean the water dish every couple of days. Now, when we're talking about hatchling geckos all the way up to 5 or 10 grams, I like to keep them in an enclosure as small as possible. The reason being, it's going to be a lot easier for them to find their food, and sometimes they can get overwhelmed in a big enclosure. What I like to use is the shoebox size sterilite containers, or like a 5-gallon tank for anything under 10 grams. Once a gecko is at least 10 grams or more, you can move it up into a 12 by 12 by 18 or like a 10-gallon tank. Now from 45 all the way up to 55 or 60 grams, you can put them into an 18 by 18 by 18 enclosure. If you keep giant geckos, Those geckos can get, sometimes up into the 300 gram range. So those you would want to put in a 30 to 40 gallon enclosure. If you like the videos, make sure you subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter for more updates. And I told you guys last week I was going to drop the new merch, and here it is. This is one of my favorite new designs. It's actually a mandala, but if you look closer, it has a silhouette of different types of reptiles. That's the cool part about it, and that's why I love it. This is actually Manny's favorite shirt now, but there's only one place to get it, and that's at TikisGeckos.com. Click on the link below if you'd like to get the shirt. Guys, you already know we make the best shirts in the reptile industry. Don't forget to go to our website. If you like the shirts, feel free to support us. If you're looking to get a crested gecko or a cage, check us out on our website. I'm not saying you have to buy from us, but if you like the videos, if you think they're helpful, give us a chance. Check out what we have. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. I can't do anything about that. But at least check us out, and any support is so appreciated. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Let's put that on silent. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, you filthy animals? What's up, everybody? What's up, What's up, everybody? Welcome back. The average weight for a crested gecko or a gargoyle gecko is gonna check us out. Let us know what we want to see. Let us know what you want to see on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff.